So good morning. In this video, we are going to see about looping statements of Java, right? So looping statement is a part of the program which is being executed again and again. So we have heard about the name called as iteration, right? So iteration happens when the looping statement is being executed. So these statements is known as iteration statement, and the iteration statements are for, while, and do while. So other than this, we are using for each statement as well as jump, continue, and return statement in this PPT. So you can see here the syntax for loop contains initialization, condition, increment, or a decremental value. So for example, what is initialization? I is equal to 0. So if I am using I is equal to 0, that is initialization. What is condition? If I am using I greater than 10, there will be a relational operator. In initialization, I am using an assignment operator as well as constant. In conditional statement, I am using a relational operator, okay, called as less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or is equal to, or not equal to condition. Then increment bar decrement, I can use I plus plus or I minus minus in this increment or decrement. So after the condition is been true, the what happens automatically, the loop will be executed. Okay, so n number of iterations. So if I am using I less than 10 until the statement become false, okay, automatically what happens, the value will be incremented. If I is equal to 0, I less than 10, automatically this loop continues 10 times, right? So the statement will be executed. So initialization is the value which I am initial condition that I am giving inside the loop. Okay, so it is an optional condition. So condition means it is a testing condition. Each time while executing, the condition will be checked. Okay, and then next one is what, incremental or decremental value for a variable will be given, right? So you can see the flow diagram of a for loop here. So first what I am going to do, I am going to initialize, then I am going to give the condition. If the condition is true, it will be going to the statement incremental, and automatically what happens, the condition will be repeated. Okay, so the iteration, the block of statement will be repeated. So for each and every time the condition is being checked. If it is true, it will be going inside the statement. If it is false, it will not go inside the loop, it will be going out of the loop, right? So you can see an example here. The program starts with void main. So I am I am declaring two variable called as n as well as I. So what is n? N is equal to 2. The value is initialized as n is equal to 2. So I am using a for loop here. So for I is equal to 1, I less than 10, I plus plus, right? So the n value is equal to 2, right? So n into, so 10 times what happens, the I value will be 1 first, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 9, and 10th time it will be executing because I is less than or equal to 10. So I is equal to 10. So it will return what? The statement will be true, and automatically what happens, it will be coming inside the loop. Okay, so this is the second example for a nested for loop. So we have already seen about nested if statement, right? So two times the if conditions will be available. So in nested for loop, you can see here two times the for statement will is coming, right? So first the condition will be checking I is equal to 1, right? So 1 less than or is equal to 5, it's true, it will be coming inside. Then j, the condition of j will be checking, right? So j is equal to 1 less than or is equal to ith value. So I is 1 as well as j is equal to 1. So it is equal to 1 is equal to 1. Automatically it will be what? True, and the statement will be coming inside. The star will be printed because system.out.println is equal to what? Star, right? So how many times it is going to be printed? Okay, we can create a pattern, right, with the help of this program. So in for each statement, we are not going to give initialization condition as well as incremental or decremental, right? So this is used for traversing an array or the collection of data which is initialized inside a program, right? So there is no need for incremental or decremental the operator. Automatically what happens, in for each statement, the values will be traversed inside a list or an array, right? A collection of data. Okay, inside that it will be traversing. So you can see the example here. The program starts with void main. The variable name, the array variable name is a, right? So I am giving some values called as 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So I am using for each statement here for I integer I is to a, automatically 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 will be traversed, and the value is coming inside I. So the I value is printed here, right? Fine. You can see, here the next conditional statement is while. Okay, so in normally when you are using for loop, we are using I plus plus as incremental or I minus minus as a decremental statement. In while statement, while is also considered as a fundamental looping statement. So it repeats the statement or the block while controlling the expression is true, right? So if the condition is true, then only the statement or the body of the loop will be executed. If it is false, automatically it will be coming out of the loop, right? So condition can be any boolean expression. So what is maybe boolean expression? You should know that the boolean expression, it will return a true or a false value, right? So the body of the loop will be executed as long as the conditional expression is true. If it is false, it will not come inside the loop. While the condition becomes false, the control passes to the next line of the code and immediately following the loop. So if I am giving a condition I less than 10, right? So I will be writing the incremental or decremental statement inside the body of the loop. So the curly braces are unnecessary if only a single statement is being repeated, right? So this is how the while loop is being explained. So you can see the program here. So I am using what n is equal to 10. So so 10 is greater than 0. Of course 10 is greater than 0, right? So it will be coming inside the body of the loop. So inside the loop n value is been printed. So what is the value of the n first? 10, right? So 10 will be printed. Then what I am going to do? N minus I minus. I am decrementing the value. So while decrementing the value of the n becomes what? 9. Okay. Now the value of n is equal to 9 and 9 less than 0 will be checked. Okay. So when the condition is true, automatically it will be coming inside the loop and 9 will be printed, right? So before the n value, I am using tick. Okay. So tick 10, tick 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all these things are printed. And when n is equal to 0, 0 is greater than 0, the statement becomes false and automatically it will be coming out of the loop. So this is how the while statement is going to work here, right? So this is another example for while loop, and you can see how do while loop is working, right? So in do while loop, what is the difference between do while as well as while statement? So when considering while statement, if the condition is true, it will be coming inside the body of the loop. So in do while condition, what happens means automatically the body of the loop will be printed once and then the condition is being checked. Okay, if the condition is being false, automatically it will be coming out of the loop, and if the condition is true, it will be going inside and the body of the statement will be executed once again, right? So here we can see the example of do while statement. So the program starts in void main and the value of n is equal to 10, right? So you can see here system.out.println tick is equal to plus n. So what is the condition here? While n is greater than 0. So the same program is being repeated here like while, right? So automatically the value is being printed. So what is the value of n? 10, right? So the 10 will be printed once and then, okay, the condition is being checked and it will be going up. Okay, so you can see here, once the value 10 is being printed, so the next statement in the program is n minus minus. So what is the value of n? 9, right? So 9 is greater than 0. Yes, it is true. Then what happens? It will be automatically going inside the loop and it will be printed once, right? So this is how the do while statement is been going to work. So the next statement is called a switch statement, right? So inside switch statement, you can see here there will be better alternative than the large series of if statement, like which means that it is if else ladder, right? So here the general format of switch is been given, and this is an easy way to dispatch the execution of different parts of your code based on the value of the expression. So you can see here in switch statement the condition is being checked, right? So the expression value will be given, the condition is checked, and if I am giving value as 1, the case 1 will be printed. Okay, so and then what is going to happen? I am going to break the statement and it is automatically going to the expression to check, right? So if I am giving a default value, automatically the default block will be executed and it is will be breaked. Okay, if I am giving fifth value, then automatically the case 5 is going to be executed. This is how the switch statement is going to work, right? So duplicate case values are not allowed in switch statement. If the match is found, automatically the code sequence of the following case statement is going to be executed, right? So if no cases is matching or a default is present, further no further action is being taken. Of course, the break statement is used to inside the switch statement to terminate the statement sequences, right? So this is how the switch statement is going to work, and this is one of the example of switch statement. So you can see here I am getting the I value from the for loop, right? So integer I is equal to 0, I less than 6 as well as I plus plus. So automatically 6 times it is going to execute 6 times, right? So when the value of the switch case statement is 0, automatically I is 0 will be printed, right? So if the statement I plus plus, then if I am going to give the value of I is equal to 1, automatically I is equal to 1, the case 1 will be printed and automatically it will be breaking and automatically it will be going to the looping statement where I am getting the ith value, right? So each and every time the ith value is been given to switch off I, and automatically the block of statement is going to be executed and the output will be going to be printed, right? So the next statement is known as jump statement. What is the use of so Java supports 3 jump statement called as a break, continue as well as a return. So each and every statement has its own speciality, right? So the break statement has 3 uses. So what is the first use? It is used to terminate the statement sequence in a switch statement. So inside switch statement we are using what? The break statement there. Second, we are using it to exit a loop. Okay, in order to coming out of the loop we can use the break statement. And third one is civilized form of go to. So when you are using go to, we can use what? Break statement. So go to label, so this line we can use what? Break statement, and we can make it go right now, right? So using break to exit a loop. So you can see the example here I am using if I less double is equal to 10 break. So this will terminate the loop if I is equal to 10. If the value of I is equal to 10, automatically it will be breaked, right? So breaked, and the next statement will be executed, right? So this is the output of the last program, and the loop is going to be completed after what? 9th statement. So till 9th statement each and everything is been printed, and if it is 10, automatically it will be coming out of the loop, right? So you can see here if ith value is 10, then I am going to break it. So if I am breaking, it will be coming out of the loop, right? So when it is coming out of the loop, loop complete will be printed here, right? So this is how it is going to be work. So the next thing is what? Continue. So class continue. So the name of the class itself is continue, but it will not return any error because the name of the class is what? Continue, and C is what? Capital letter. It is case sensitive, right? You know that Java is case sensitive. So automatically the condition, in the condition you can see here, if I modulo 2 double equal to 0, it can be used to find the odd number as well as even number, where I am using the statement called as continue. So even if there is a break, automatically the next statement will be continued. Okay, so it will not be coming out of the loop, right? So what I am using the statement called as continue. So in this program also we are using the continue for outer statement, where we are getting a pattern here, right? So 0 0 1 0 2 and 4 0 3 6 9, right? So multiples of 2, right? 2 4 6 8, multiple of 3 3 6 2 9, etc. 4 8 12 16 5 10 15 20. So like this we can print the value and get the value, right? So the last statement is called return. Okay, so each and every statement will be returning a value, right? So the program starts in void main boolean t is equal to true. So boolean is the data type, t is the variable. So I am initializing the variable t as true. So system.out of println before the return, if t is equal to return, right? If it is true, then this won't be executed. So that is the output which is been given from the return statement, right? So this is all about the looping in Java, right? So that's all for this section. Thank you.